greatest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jackson.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause, you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your...
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Come on, set. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, right back to ETN. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel, getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Washington trying to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Joseph.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Jags, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 36, Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Etienne up the middle. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
On the set. Look at you fire.
Jones now in motion left. Going for it, here's Etienne. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Chiefs at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as what we just saw there.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make score, 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
He's got a man, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pass play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Etienne once more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's a give to Etienne.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jaguars. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The talent. It's 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Lawrence. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Mahomes. quick slant to Valdez-Scantling.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th.
On the ready. Hey, shoot.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Yep. Hey, stop.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing now, Lawrence. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not to ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Usual Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, not no kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like for they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the ring.